I've been waiting much too long to get it on. It's the same old song. Now correct me if I'm wrong. I got the hots, you got the light steaming like 100 watts, ready to blow a fuse. You's about to lose. If you pass on this, I got the butter kiss, so you can't resist. Now I'ma get you by all means necessary. I'm never secondary, no need to worry.
Week 14, day 88. Success is your duty, your obligation, and your responsibility. Let's go. All right, what have I been doing? I've been sharpening my axe in knowledge and information. Do you know you cannot change your outcomes if you do not change your belief system? You know, it goes back to the whole be, do, have thing. You cannot have something if you don't do something. And you can't do something if you are not somebody. So if I put it in better terms, most people start out with what they want in their life, what they don't have, what they want to have. And that is all well and good. But you continue to have the same results if you continue to do the same things. So if you want a different result, you've got to do things differently. But to truly do things differently, you've got to be a different person. Because who you are is what does what you do. Now, you can't change yourself if you don't change what you believe. And there's no way you can produce a result that is different from who you think you really are. So you have to change what you believe. I'll probably go into that in another video. I think that's a very important topic, and we need to look into that a bit deeper. I've been looking at a couple of businesses. I had the opportunity to check out a couple of business opportunities this week. Didn't find anything that was in line with my own specific path, but the search goes on. So the term success is your duty, your obligation, and your responsibility. For me, I don't know if it is true, but I associate it with Grant Cardone because I first came across that in his book, The 10X Rule. And I suggest you read it. It's a lovely book. It just challenges you and pushes you to demand more from life. But I guess before you begin to look at how success is our duty and how it's our obligation and how it's my responsibility to be successful, I guess you've got to ask, what exactly is success? Now, success is the progressive fulfillment of your potential. That is my definition. I know if you read a book, there are loads of other ways it can be defined. A lot of people think success is all about the money that you have in your pocket, and it cannot be about earning money alone. But I don't think you can fulfill all of your potential if you don't have a certain degree, or in fact, if you don't have financial freedom. You have to be financially free. To go where you need to go, be where you need to be, and do what you need to do, you must have the financial means to do it. And that is why being stuck in a job could work against you being successful in life. Because if you have to report to work Monday to Friday, then it's going to be pretty difficult to be wherever you need to be, wherever there are demands on your unique talents. So, I mean, it's up to you. You think about that and you tell me what you think about that. But first of all, we've got to define success. So you have to be successful in life. You have to fulfill your potential in life. But it is a duty to yourself and your family. It's an obligation to your society, to your community, and it's your responsibility to your maker, whether you believe in that or not. Fulfilling your purpose and your potential in life is a duty you owe to yourself. It's an absolute duty you owe to yourself and also to your family, because they are counting on you being everything you ought to be. You know, if you are everything you ought to be as an individual, if you're married, if you have a spouse, if you have children, you are the kind of father. If you're everything you ought to be, then you are the right kind of father for those children. You're the right kind of mother for those children. You're the right spouse. You're the right friend. You're the right daughter. You are everything you should be. You're maximizing your potential. It's an absolute duty. You cannot just go through life and just take it as it comes and let it run its course. If you aim for nothing, you will get nothing. Then it's also an obligation, because that same duty, in a sense, extends to your community. There are people in this world that need you to be who you should be so they can be who they should be. And I just mentioned Grant Cardone. I've talked about Myron Golden. I've talked about my friend up in Australia. All these people stood up and they are doing and they are progressively becoming who they're supposed to be. And that's helped me become who I'm supposed to be. I'm on this journey. I'm on this quest because of the people that have gone ahead of me, what I've learned from them, what they've thought, what have taught me, and the examples they're living to me, the way they inspire me. You need to be everything that you should be because it's your obligation to your society and your community. But now, success is not just our duty, it's not just our responsibility, it's not just my duty and my responsibility, it's also my obligation. Now, I recognize not everybody may be on board with the higher power or stuff like that, or God, Jesus, whatever it is that you worship. But I am convinced, and I believe it is true, that we're not here by accident and we're not flukes of nature. We are each one of us human beings, we're entirely unique in our physiology. You don't share fingerprints, tongue prints even. You don't share these features with people. Even if you had a biological twin, an identical biological twin, you still have separate physiological features that mark you individually. So I think the reason for that is that, we all have a job to do while you're here on earth. We have a unique contribution we can make to mankind that is unique in that no one can replace you. No one can do things the way you are going to do it. And a few people, if anyone you can think of that's ever done anything noteworthy, had that at the back of their minds, that they had something unique to give onto their community, to give onto the world. I think it was Steve Jobs that talked about how he wanted to make a dent in the universe. And what he meant by that was that he wanted to bring his own unique abilities and influence circumstances in a unique way, in the way only he can. And I think that it has to be an absolute conviction for each and every one of us to have that as our duty, our obligation, and our responsibility. I use the word responsibility because for me, being a Christian, I believe I'm going to stand before my Maker one day. And when I stand before him, the whole point of evaluation is I'm going to have to answer to him. And whether you believe it or not, I think we're all going to have to answer to him how we use the time that we had and the opportunities he gave unto us. We're all going to have to do that. We have time and we do have opportunities. Did we use them? Did we maximize them? And that is why I'm on this journey. I want to maximize the time I have, and even more than that, I want to maximize the opportunities that have come my way so that I can be everything I should be and influence and impact my society, my community, the universe, my family, and my life as much as I am supposed to. Now, that is why I'm on this journey. That is what it's all about. Success is your duty, it's your obligation, and it's your absolute responsibility. See you next time.